sorry. For singular parts, you come up to the open folder, open part, and you just type in your part number. So, as an example, 1040. Always put like the star around it, so it searches through all of them.
Yep.
You'd find the program, open, WaterJet tooling, and then just this little button that says generate NC code. This isn't, I'll explain later. You just click OK for that, save code as, it'll come up as the part number, so that's good. And then you just save it normally, but we don't want to put that out there.
Okay.
Then you just close out of it.
And you save it, and it goes right out there?
Yep.
Okay.
On a different one, I'll show you how to get the folder back to that if power shuts down out there or in here, because it'll kick me out.
Okay.
For nesting, all you do is press new, which is this little paper, job. Now this screen will come up. On mine, you always have to scroll up and hit full screen here. But then after that, it's just like your singular parts, open file dialog. If you pick either of the other two, it'll take forever and then some to open, so you'll just, honestly, I close it down and reopen it.
Okay.
The entire program. And then, again, just type in your part number, 1040, and you can add parts in. Quantity will always come up as a default of 26, which you always want to change. Once you're done with that, you pick stock, which is then, go to desktop. I have a WaterJet, and I have a, okay, there it is. This is my shortcut to the material listing that we have. It's read-only, so we can't edit it. But here it shows us all the material we have on hand.
Okay. So will you go back and do that again, but do it slow because I didn't move? I'm not sure it captured all of it in time.
That's fine.
Where you went down, what did you do? You went down.
All I did was open a folder.
Okay.
Here, I'll just show you this because I just did it the hard way. All you'd have to do is go back to my desktop, double click WaterJet. It'll bring this folder up and material on hand live document.
Okay.
And then it'll open this up.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see this is all our material. It's kind of self-explanatory. What sheets we have. Okay, so this part is 1-inch stainless steel. So we'd have to find 1-inch stainless right over here. Here, I'll move this up.
That's okay.
Pretty good? Alright, we find 1-inch stainless right here.
Yep.
We have a 24 by 24 sheet. So then we come back to Metacam, add sheet. Your first sheet will always be right on, except for the size. So 24 by 24. Add that in. Quantity, we only have one sheet, so I like to do that just so it'll reject us and tell us if we can't nest anything. Chad puts these all to 0.2, but I put them all to 0.1, just because it'll still hit them. And then what we do then is pattern it. As you can see, I didn't change this away from 26, so it'll automatically pattern everything. So you can see that. To put it out there, we come up here and click print. The two things that we want to print is a layout report, DDM, DMM, and just a layout. You don't have to do a layout every time. Layout is just for when you have a bunch of different parts on it, because it helps them find what parts are what. And then for sending the program out, same thing as with singular, generate NC code, miscellaneous, just yes. It'll come up here, save code as, and then you put it out here. You'd name it but the material size, so 1 inch. I usually put SS for stainless steel, and then date it, and then I just put it out there. If there's multiple different sheets, I usually put sheet 1 or sheet 2.
Okay.
Because
1 inch stainless, the date, sheet 1, 1 inch stainless, the date, sheet 2.
Yep. So that's nesting. Some parts I can give you it real quick. I don't want to save that. Some parts down here. Anything that's 16 or 18 gauge is programmed in static, and anything less than a quarter of 1-inch plastic, we usually program in static. So I need to find something that's programmed in static for you. But all it is when you come in here, our 1040, you'd see an S there on any of your entry points, and usually the line is red.
Okay.
So you'll always want to look at that entry point. And then when we finally post NC code, you want to change the first 3 to the opposite of what they are. Because what it does is when the water jet comes down, it uses a touch probe most of the time. But when things are programmed in static, it means they're thin, so when the touch probe comes down, it'll bend it, so it'll be off.
Oh, okay.
So it'll want to go down further than it should. So we program it in static, and it doesn't use the touch probe, and it just shoots straight through it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you'd want to do. Once you do that, it's the same as before. Click OK, and you can put that down. That's all there is to Metacam. They'll probably want DXF files updated, so if you want to do a different video for that, just to update DXFs. Program parts, we want to go back and change to WaterJet DXF. Now, they'll want you to take it, search down here, I'll just do 1040 again, enter, and then scroll to the very bottom, and there should be that SW 1040 or any of these. This 1040 and the SolidWorks 1040 are different, so we'd have to watch out for that. But what we want is this one. So we open it, this prompt comes up, just click OK. Stainless steel and thickness, this is the only thing you really have to worry about on this screen. We have 1-inch stainless steel, so it's already set to stainless steel. We'll go down to 1 inch, select that, and we're done there. Alright, here's your drawing section. There's nothing in the drawing that we need to worry about immediately, so we just come over to WaterJet Tooling, Auto Tool, OK. Then click this little lightning bolt for optimizing pierce point positions, which it's done. And then for always on an exit position, we'd want to set this button for edit tooling. Just kind of click right on the yellow line, right around where it hits it, escape settings, and for on the outside of a part, we'd want to set it to 0.1 so it doesn't completely overlap it and drop it in. And then for the angle of exit, we want to set to 90 so it leaves a tab on it. And those are just lines that Metacam doesn't like to delete completely, so it just shows it. It doesn't mean it, but it shows it. Let's go back to the drawing so I can show you any internal circles that we have. WaterJet Tooling, Auto Tool. Any internal circles we'd want to get rid of completely and just have it drop in. So then, after Auto Tooling, we go back to Edit Tooling, take this, escape settings just like the last one, but instead of a positive number, we'll go -3. And that'll make sure it comes all the way around and then overlaps some. So it drops that piece in.
I might not end up doing that, so
Yeah.
it might be.
I'm just making a video just in case.
Okay.
Nick might ask you for times.
Can you?
Well, to get mixed times after creating a DXF or whatever, we just come over to this time study, and it'll show you your cutting time, piercing time. Usually the only thing we'll ever need is this total, and we convert it into seconds, so that'd be 158 seconds. So, honestly, that was it.
Oh, okay.
That's all it takes for the WaterJet. I just wanted to make sure you got that down just in case.
Alright. And I'll talk. So this is how you do it. You put this here and put that there, and put this here.